In this video, we're going to talk about something a little bit different. It's the middle of May, and I actually went to Costco today, and I was surprised they had multiple pallets stacked full of toilet paper, which, if you may remember, a few weeks ago, I did a video about these compressible backpacking type towels, and it was, at the time, I thought maybe if they had some smaller ones, it might be good for toilet paper. Well, I went out on the old Amazon, and I picked up a couple of different packs of these little kind of toilet paper tablets, I'm calling them, and we're gonna take a quick look at those coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for trustworthy information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me. You would think as many times as I've said general preparedness, I wouldn't continually mumble and stumble over it. But anyway, I often do. So, as you can see, we are here at the indoor studios at Survival on Purpose Worldwide headquarters because even though I've got a new camera and a new microphone and all kinds of really fancy new equipment, if you don't plug it in and turn it on properly, it doesn't work. So I made some videos in the outdoor studio today that did not turn out. So we're going to try one indoors here. And I thought it was kind of funny because, like I said, I went to Costco today and they actually had a lot of toilet paper. It's the first time it's the most toilet paper I'd seen in one place in a long time. And it kind of spurred me on to think, I bought these things, like I said, these little toilet paper pills the compressed towelettes is what I think they're calling them, compressed wipes. But I bought these on Amazon a couple of weeks back after I did a video on some of the larger cousins from them. And I thought, you know, why don't I just see how these things might work as toilet paper, because toilet paper seems to be a big issue right now for some people. And also just thought they'd be something interesting to look at. So I got them. So anyway, we're going to take a quick look at these in just a minute. And by the way, I'm not going to make any promises about rambling in this video, because in amongst the toilet paper tablet stuff, we're going to talk a little bit about some stuff I got coming up and maybe ask for some feedback from you at the end of the video. So anyway, that being said, we're going to take a look at this right after this word from one of our sponsors. This video is sponsored by my friends at clickbelts.com, where you can save 15% by using the coupon code SOP15 at checkout. ClickBelts feature genuine Cobra buckles, and they are sewn right here in the USA in the great state of Texas. They've even got the really cool TSA-friendly poly Cobra buckle now. So if you're looking for a very, very strong, very cool belt, I encourage you to check out the folks at clickbelts.com. Don't forget, use the coupon code SOP15 to save 15%. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we are back. Hopefully that wasn't too bad. It has been a little while since I did a sponsored video, so got to pay the bills here, right? So anyway, with no more rambling, at least for now, let me take you down to the old bench top here, and we'll get to doing some of that toilet paper tablet stuff. Okay, so here we are with the two versions of the compressed towel or compressed wipes that I bought from Amazon. And you see they're both 100-piece packs. So I'm going to make a little bit of noise taking them out of here, and then we'll get started on the testing. So we'll open this one up, and you can see these are individually wrapped. First thing you can notice on those. And then the bag does not have any sort of a ziplocky thing on it. This one, on the other hand, has a little tear strip on it, and then it has a ziplocky thing on it. And it's got a little ziplock top. Let's see. They, as you can see, are not individually wrapped, but it does come with, at least this bag came with one little tube that holds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It holds 12 of these. So that'll keep it somewhat water resistant. These look like they would probably be more water resistant. So again, let's talk about the details of these things real quick, and we'll just see how they actually work, and then I'll try to maybe do a little rambling in amongst there. So this is the Original Minis Magic Napkin Perfect Tissue. Soft, practical, absorbent, simply perfect. And then it's got all sorts of languages. I don't know what they are on it. If you're going back, it says they are 100% pure rayon. Okay, that's what it says here. Now, by the way, on the Amazon listing, it says 100% cotton on these. But they specifically say rayon on the package. No doubt these are a product of China, as are these, I'm sure. So These, by the way, they say they're 8.6 inches by 7.87 inches when they're opened up, which is 22 centimeters by 20 centimeters for those of you without a flag on the moon. And that is $10.98 for 100 right now. So, what, 11 cents a piece, right? These are the Wizzy Wipe brands. And this one says one new bag includes tube. This is 100 of these. These cost $12.97, so 13 cents a piece. And they say they're 100% pulp fiber, which is the same thing as the one we looked at, the light load towel we looked at a few weeks ago. They say these are 9 inches by 9 inches, so they say they're a little bigger than these. So we're gonna do a couple of different things here real quick as I'm rambling along. So first of all, let me just open one of these up, and we will take a look at it like this. So this is the compressed towel. We'll put these out of the way. These, by the way, are stamped with a Wizzy, W-Y-S-I, and these have no markings on them. You can see the difference here. The Wizzy seem to be a little thinner in the from top to bottom, and they are the same diameter. And just to be fair about this, I have a tape measure, and they seem to be about, I'm going to say that's 3/4 of an inch in diameter. That's about what it looked like to me. 3/4 of an inch in diameter, both of them. And then the thickness of this one, the compressed towelette, is, I'm going to say this is almost 3/8. So the Wizzy is just about 1/4 inch. So there's the difference in thickness. So there, if you're interested, because you know we like to get all scientific here at Survival on Purpose. So I've seen this done without water. So we're going to try this without water first and see if you can do it without water. Because if you can use this for toilet paper, it doesn't necessarily have to be wet. And by the way, if you're going to use this for toilet paper, you may remember that I'm a plumber. I'm just telling you, this is not designed to be flushable. And it's also not designed to open up very well without some water. At least this one. We're going to see. I'm going to try, though. I know, I got to try to get my hands out of the way. I had somebody tell me I need to put a table and do that and get behind it. But guess what? This is what I got to work with. So that's what we're doing here. So maybe I'll make me a table in here after I get me some grammar. So I was able to get it open, as you can see. And this is completely dry, so I don't know if it's going to be out to its full size yet or not, but pull it open. And dry, it feels kind of slippery-ish a little bit. You can see it's almost like cheesecloth, not quite, but dry, that's going to measure 9 inches about, okay, so about, it says it's supposed to be 8.6 by 7.87, so that's pretty close, as you can see that. So there's that one open to dry. And we're going to open this one dry and try, and we're going to try this one dry, and then we'll do the water thing. And man, I'm milking this little video for all it's worth, aren't I? But I just want to go ahead, if I'm going to do something, I want to go ahead and kind of show you the differences, because you might be in a situation where you don't have any water. You want to see how well this thing works without water, and then we'll see how well it works with water. And one thing we're not going to do is we're not going to demonstrate the toilet paper aspect of these tonight. So anyway, maybe I'll just get right here where you can see it a little better. And there we go. It's coming apart now. Let's measure it. It says it's 9 by 9. This looks like we're about 9.5 by about 8. So there's the two of them side by side. This one now looks bigger. It seems like it's stretched out a little bigger. So there's that one done dry. And I got to say, I think as far as the feeling goes, this one feels thicker and it feels softer. But this one is all natural, by the way. It's biodegradable. So not flushable. From a plumber, listen to me, this is not flushable. This will stop your pipes up. Okay, so trust me on that. Will you just trust me on that? Okay, so that is the dry version. Let's try and see if it's any better when they're wet. Now they say a teaspoon, maybe a tablespoon of water. Here's what I got. I got a little bottle cap full of water, and we'll just do that. We'll put that on there like that. And let it soak up and just watch it go. Look at her go. She's like those little snakes that you used to light when you were a kid, the worms. Remember those? See if it grows more. It may not grow anymore. Okay, so I got it kind of damp and wet. Let's open her up and see. So it definitely unfolds a lot easier when it's wet or damp. And that was only just a couple of capfuls of water. Not very much, really. And then, so this is not like wringing wet, going to drip water out of it. It's just slightly damp. But so if you were using this for toilet paper, that might feel a little better than the dry. If you want to get real about things, and why not, right? So there it is. It did really well. It seems to feels good and soft. That's the ones that are individually wrapped. Let's try a Wizzy wipe with the water. See if we can notice a difference. Don't know that we will. Oh, making a mess. Okay, and the Wizzy wipe. Well, just use it to wipe it. There's the Wizzy wipe. And it's about done growing, so let's see how hard she is. So it came undone really well with one capful. Was that one cap? Wasn't that one capful? And I think it was actually. This one feels good. It feels soft. There's that. This one feels good and soft too. It feels a little, again, a little thicker, a little heavier duty. So there's that one. Now I will say, like I said, there are a lot of different versions of this on the old internet, and some of them even said reusable toilet wipes. I'll let you just think about that one for a minute while I go get a cup of water to see how well these little packets seal this thing from getting prematurely wet. Okay, so just got a little cup of water here. Just gonna float this thing around in it. You can see it. Can you see it floating around in there? I mean, we're not going skin diving with it. We're scuba diving with it. We're just gonna see if the packet here performs a beneficial function to make it worthwhile. Because I'll be honest with you, my opinion of these things is I like this one better. I like the fact that it is biodegradable. It's not made out of rayon. To me, it feels a little softer, but I really wish these came individually packaged. Although, you know, that's just another piece of plastic to enter the chain of whatever happens to plastic when you get rid of it, right? So, but you can see the pill itself is extremely dry, and it was floating around underwater and everything else. So, on the one hand, I really like the individually wrapped little tablets here because you can just stick these in your pocket. You don't have to worry about them getting wet. You have a couple of these in your pocket or whatever in your backpack, in your survival kit, wherever you need it. You know, it'd be a good thing to have a little towel with you. I really think these would be great for a little survival kit. That just really does. That stuff kind of comes in handy. Why don't we try one more thing and then we will wrap this up. Okay, we talked about putting these in a survival kit, and I think it's important that everything in a survival kit would be as useful as possible and have multiple uses. And one of the things I think is really important for any kind of survival kit is the ability to make fire. So we're going to check and see if these things might be a useful source of tinder. Since we're going to use them for fire, then I'm not going to get them wet. Okay, so here is a piece of the Mimi's magic napkin, and here's a piece of the Wizzy wipe. And what I'm going to do with this is, let me get my arm out of the way. I'm going to take and fluff this up just a little bit, you know, just kind of create a little fuzz on it. Do the same thing with the Wizzy wipe. And then I've got kind of hopefully create some areas of fuzz to catch. And then what I've got here is the old ferro rod, and we're going to see if we can see what happens. And so the rayon burns, and it's burning pretty good. I say rayon, that's what it says on the bag. Who knows what's really in the bag? Okay, so not bad. Let's try this cellulose. There it goes. It's burning pretty good too, so I think you know, either one could be a benefit to starting a fire. Okay, well that was probably way more than you ever wanted to know about these compressed towels or toilet paper tablets. But I do think they're handy things to have. And again, I wish the kind of cellulose fiber ones were available individually wrapped, even though I know that's a lot of extra plastic trash. But for survival kits and emergency gear and stuff like that, you could stick those things in there. You'd have something that would be a good towel for you and a potential fire starter. And probably if I searched around on the old Amazon, I could find some that were made out of the cellulose fiber and were individually wrapped. So there's just so many choices out there. So anyway, that is the towels. But before we go, I promised you a little more rambling, and I would hate to disappoint you. So I want to kind of give you a sneak peek or a preview of something I'm thinking about doing on the channel, and then ask for your feedback about how I could do so in a way that best serves you. So probably very soon I'm going to start some sort of a podcast segment on the channel. Since it is going to be audio, it wouldn't be gear reviews or demonstrations, stuff like that. It would just give me a chance to maybe go a little more in depth on some subjects and topics that I think are very important and stuff I've been interested in and passionate about most of my life. So if you're still here, you're probably one of the regular viewers to the channel, because everybody else has clicked off a long time ago, I'm sure. So I could use your help with three things, and if you could leave that in the comment section below, I would really appreciate it. So first of all, any topics or subject matter that you would like to maybe hear covered in a little more detail, a little longer form detail. I'm not talking Joe Rogan 3 hours now, but probably longer than 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes of a typical video. Then leave it in the comments below, please. And if it's something I'm knowledgeable about or interested in, then maybe we can cover that. Number two, speaking of long form, what do you think is a good length that's something that you would be willing to listen to, or would be the right length for you? 15, 30, an hour, whatever. Just kind of leave it in there and let me know what you think. And third, maybe what day of the week would be best for you if I do once a week. And since you know me, it's actually going to be 4. And then 4, would you be interested in more than once a week? So if so, how often? So that's probably 5, isn't it? So I'll stop now before I go to 6. If you'd leave that feedback in the comment section below, it would really help me, and I really appreciate it. So as always, thanks for watching Survival on Purpose. I put out a brand new video every Friday and Saturday, sometimes random videos throughout the week. If you want to make sure you don't miss one, I invite you to go to survivalonpurpose.com/subscribe. Sign up for my weekly email newsletter, and every week I'll send you an email with links to previous videos. There's usually like an older blast from the past video on there you might not have seen, and any information, offers or deals I think you might be interested in. And periodically throughout the year, we do some special stuff for the newsletter subscribers only. So I really sincerely appreciate your support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident. So be prepared. I'll see you next time.